If you know, you know. All right. While I wait for some people to get in here, I'm going to start off this video with a morning crisis report. And it's time to get ready for reals. We've been prepping for years, but step it up. Load your mags. All right. Let's start out with this song that awesome dude wrote for me. YouTube, you do not have copyrights to this song, so all right. After I play the song, we'll get down in the meat and potatoes of the situation. All right, here we go. Let's get this going.
A little southern country rap. Here we go. This is from my friend down south. Let me tell you a story. Gather around real tight about a friend of mine, shining never so bright. From Polk County roots, where the sun sets low. He's a southerner. Yeah, that's how the story goes. He's got the grit of the earth and the heart of a lion. All-American prepper, and he ain't never lying. Got skills and survival, man, he's one of a kind. Prepping for the future, he's always on the grind. With gear and gadgets lined up on the shelf, you better believe he can take care of himself. Got a YouTube channel sharing his wise ways, teaching us all how to thrive through the days. He's a prepper, a fighter, and a dad in the game. Respect to my brother, he's earned his name. All-American prepper, in the heart of the storm, it's where he begins. Oh, let me tell you now, he's a real deal. With the brother of North, you know how he feels.
For the men with the Hawaiian shirts, if you know, you know. It's time to put them on.
With a rifle in his hands, he's brave and bold. MMA fighter, yeah, he takes that ring. Training day and night, he's got the
We're going to take this shit back one way or another.
strong with honor and pride, but it's the love for his kids that he can't let slide. Teaching them the ways of the land and the field. In this crazy world, it's protection they wield. Yeah, he's a prepper, a fighter, and a dad in the game. Respect to my brother, he's earned his name.
Does it sound right?
He's out there prepping while the world just lies. Facing the chaos, he stands tall and proud. A friend like no other, he draws a crowd. So here's to you, friend. From the south to the north, in this tale of life, you've shown your worth. You might be prepping for the storms that arrive, but here's to our friendship, it keeps us alive. Till we meet again through the highs and the lows. You got my back, brother, and everybody knows. So here's my salute to the guy on the line in the heart of the South. He's a friend truly fine. Let the world keep spinning. We'll face it head on with my brother, the prepper. The legacy goes on.
All right. That was written by a buddy of mine for me. All right, the morning crisis report. There's so much stuff going on. We are experiencing a psych op. They're literally trying to drive us crazy. Literally. If you cannot see that, well, scroll on. I really don't want people on here. Because of the information I'm fixing to drop, this is why they dropped my channel. I have to fight to get it back up. It's why I get demonetized when I got hundreds of hours of views, thousands. But they demonetized me and they shadow banned me. That's real, by the way. So, but for the OGs, for the people that's been with me for a good minute, then here we go. First, let's get on some subjects. If you're going to church this morning, keep your head on a swivel. You seen what happened to that one church? That's just one. I believe there's going to be a coordinated event very soon, and a lot of them are going to get hit. So for you men and women, I'm going to talk in old language so this freaking YouTube. Carry your heaters with you to church. And be proficient. Don't miss the bad guy and hit one of the flock. Get your strongest, not necessarily bravest, but smart, tactical. Have those men sit by the door, armed, because they're coming for us. Guess what? I'm coming for you. The ones that are coming for me. All right. So, number one, if you're going to church, get your ass ready, because it could be anyone you don't know. So any new faces coming in there, go give them a hug. I work as a bouncer in security. I hug people. I don't like doing that. You know why I hug people? To see if they're packing. And in church, it's a free hug place, bro. So when someone's that you don't recognize, go there and say, hey, welcome. Give them a hug. Throw them down. Make sure they're not armed. And if they are, you need to find out their intentions. All right? So there's that. Where do I start? You know, this whole Charlie thing is nothing but a diversion. It's horrible what happened. But what they're doing, whoever's behind, I know who's behind it, but I got to be careful. They'll drop this channel. Y'all know who's behind it. Ultimately, if you believe in evil, if you believe in the devil, Lucifer, known by many names, that's who's behind it. But really, you know, these guys are their puppets. The Gates, the Soros, I can go on. But they're the real bad guys in this world. The poor eat the rich. There's nobody untouchable. Nobody. I'm literally the fuck around and find out guy. If you don't believe me, you want a good laugh, go to the Karen caught on doorbell camera. That's what you get, mother-in-law, for messing with me. I'm sorry you can't have me. All right. Your daughter's better looking. So, there's that, right? Now, it's about time for the untrained. It's time to load them clips. For the trained, it's time to load them mags. We're getting close. They're coming after us. And make no mistake, let me explain something to you. For the people on the left, it's actually happening on both sides, by the way. For the people on the left, you're being riled up by paid professional agitators. They're getting you riled up, and you're doing their business. You big dummies. And for the ones on the right, they're doing the same shit. Why? Because they want a civil war. That's why. And from the look of things, they're going to get one. So, look, I don't give a shit about what you do. I don't care. You come at me or my family or my people, well, you're going to find out if hell is real or not. Let's put it that way. all the shit I've done in my life, I know I'm going to hell, so I have no problem burning here. How about that? Somebody's at the front door. Okay, so how about that, huh? How about that? So, what are we to do? What do we do? Get your body armor before it's banned. You know, when the end comes, when the end of this cycle, there's going to be plenty of pew-pews. There's just going to be no freedom seeds. That's going to be worth more than a pew-pew. It's freedom seeds. If that's the way you're going to go. Me, I prefer a knife and up close and personal. Then I'll do a battlefield pickup and use my enemies. So, a $3 blade or a $300 blade or a $3,000 blade, it don't matter. It works. It works. So, for you guys that think you're going to come at me and spending all that money on your stuff, keep buying it, because I'm going to take it from you. Because when I drop you on the battlefield, I'm going to search you. I'm going to find your wallet. I'm going to find your address, and I'm going to your house and taking everything I can use. There's that. You got to be a scavenger when this war breaks out. It's already begun, by the way, This is truly good versus evil. Who's good, who's evil? I don't know. I don't judge nobody. I'm not feeling very righteous right now. I'm pretty damn pissed off. I'm tired of this bullshit. So, again, be ready for your church to be attacked. It don't hurt to be ready and pray that nothing happens. But let me explain something to you. For you not so smart people, you're not going to pray your way out of this. It's not happening. You say, oh, the Lord will provide. He will. He gave you 2 hands to get it with. Okay, all right, that church. The Lord will protect me. People walk around and pray and they think they're freedom seed proof. You're delusional. That church that got burnt, there weren't nobody freedom seed proof there. Okay? There's that. So you can't pray and you can't be submissive. You got to fight back. A man that is not capable of violence, even if it's just mentally, if you're physically just done, old, wore out, I feel you. I'm getting there. You can still do this. If this one don't work, use this one. I use this one a lot, by the way. So, there's that. So you can still do this. You can still wear body armor. You can walk away from that supper table if you're too heavy. To move with a purpose quickly. Alright? That's life. So protect your churches, because they're coming. Get your kids out of these public schools. They're indoctrinating them. They're not teaching them a damn thing. You think they are? Look at the homework they're sending home. That's why I pulled my grandkids out of school. They're getting home from school. Because I seen the homework. I'm like, what the hell? Look, ain't nobody in my family going to be a rocket scientist. You can believe that. All we good at is this. And this. And slash like the Mad Hatter, alright? That's the only thing my family's good at. And loving and taking care of each other. Well, not even really so good at that, except for people under this roof. The rest of the family can piss off. And the whole Charlie Kirk thing, all right, for the people on the left that are cheering it on. See, that's the difference. This is why the left has got an upper hand on the right. And I'll say the upper. Make no mistake. There's a lot of people on the left that's going to be in this civil war that has been in the military. What is the military? Train. Come on, I got to write okay. I got to remember, not everybody's as smart as me. What? And golly, if you ain't as smart as me, you're in bad trouble. When you join the military, they train you mainly to do one thing. So, you can underestimate these leftists all you want. You need to understand they're mostly the tech guys. Okay? They're going to be using $30 drones to find us and drop stuff on us. And that badass AR you got and all that equipment that you just leave sitting that you don't train with, you just, oh, I got it, I'm good. It don't work like that. You can have anything, and if you're not proficiently an expert at it, I will take it from you and use it the proper way. So keep on buying all that shit, please. Please, that way I don't have to. I'm just going to take it from you. There's that. So, you need to put back water most of all. Okay? What's going to happen is, I wish I'd made that recording off that, ultimately the grid's going down. When the grid goes down, what do you think's going to happen with these nuclear facilities that produce electricity when there's no one there to man them? That's going to be catastrophe just by itself. So I would not want to be living next to one of them. Think about it. Free your mind and your ass will follow. All right? But we're running out of time. Get your asses ready. And if you're one of me, if you know, you know. There's that. And for the right, let me address you guys. Because I'm really in the middle. Let's just say I'm righteously right. Sometimes. Every once in a while. You think you're just going to walk right over these guys on the left. Well, for the most part you will. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of them that's been in the military. There's a lot of them that's trained. And that are just as good as you. And they know the tech. The tech is what's going to give guys like us a problem. So we're just going to have to take casualties and find where they're at and eliminate the problem. And I don't want this Civil War to happen. That's the last thing I want to happen, but it's going to. It's going to. So there's that. And if you think it ain't going to happen, well, honestly, if you don't think there's a Civil War already starting, then obviously your brain is just not functioning properly. And you're not capable of thinking. So, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. This is your number one best YouTube. This is your number one best weapon. Right here. Here. Your brain. Your brain. You can start out with just a blade, battlefield pickup, man. It's nothing to walk behind somebody, grab them by the chin, pull their head back, so they make no noise. You walk up behind them. I'll show you another way if I can't. YouTube. But walk up to the sentry from behind. You grab them right here, pull the neck back, do the deed. That way they won't, you'll hear a little gurgling, but they won't be able to holler or nothing to alert your enemies. Then you take his stuff, and let's just say, for instance, your enemy uses a certain type of freedom seed dispenser. Well, when they hear that going off, they're going to think you're one of them. That's to your advantage. So I was in the sandbox. Anytime we heard that AK go off, we knew that ain't one of us. So there's that. Know the difference. And learn your freedom finder. Count your shots, man. That way you know. And don't think you're this operator and carry 3 mags. That's stupid. You carry as many mags as you can. As a matter of fact, if you can get a whole wheelbarrow full, because everybody always runs out in a firefight. It happens every time. Panic fire. No unnecessary movement. The tall guys get it first. Why? Because their heads are sticking up. Keep your head down. But this thing's amping up. You better get your asses ready. I'm feeling some sort of wet day. I can feel it. I can feel it brewing. It's time to get mean dog tough. So, do I want to say, well, what's happening? And you say, there's no way there can be a civil war. Where's the line going to be drawn? I'm going to quit calling people stupid. I'm going to call you uneducated. Do you not realize what's going on? The people that are on the right, they're moving to red states. The people that are on the left, they're moving to blue states. So there's your line right there. I don't know how it could be any more clearer. And it's happening right now as we speak. People, the ones on the left are moving to the blue states. The ones on the right are moving to the red states. That's going to be the line in the sand, man. So yeah, that's how that's going down. So don't think it's not going to happen, because it is. And a lot of it's going to be like Bosnia. It's the worst thing I ever saw. It's going to be neighbor against neighbor, brother against... It's going to be bad, man. I don't want this to happen. But they're going to make it happen. They're forcing it. It's going to happen. They, them, you know who they are. The bad guys, man. And on the right, you guys with this whole Charlie thing, man, they're putting so... See, that's a problem with the right. Okay, look. Let me explain the difference between the right and the left. The left, the ones on the left, well, not all of them. There's good people on both sides. They just get caught up in it, okay? But for the left lunatics, the one that cheers when somebody gets unalived, you need to understand the first person that cheers is a paid professional agitator. You are being led astray. All right? But that's really, the left, they get along. They stick together regardless. If they, actually, I got to admit, now you guys on the right, we're the badasses. We're ready. We're ready. Well, the guys on the left, they're badasses too. Let me tell you, if you tough enough to cut that thing off and throw it in the garbage can, whoo, you're more of a man than me. If you tough enough to, well, you two, more than a man than me. That just sounds painful. But anyway. But the left, they're going to stick together. They don't argue amongst each other. They just go with it. On the right, though, we can't get along for shit. We can't agree on nothing. That's our problem. That's what gives the left the edge. And they did this on purpose. They're like, man, the right is going to walk right over the left if we don't do something about it. So what do? They take out old Charlie and they put this conspiracy. They put all these breadcrumbs out there. Because, you got 100 different opinions from 100 different people. And they can't get along even though they're all on the same side. That's by design. For instance, the pew pew that the feds showed us, that weren't no German Mauser bolt action. That was a new, looked like a Remington to me. New one. And then when they thought we saw, see, and then they go, oh, after they let days pass by and they let all of us on the right argue, because the left, they don't give a damn what was used as long as it's done. They're happy about it. But on the right, not all of them. I'm telling you, these page agitators are getting them worked up. So, but anybody with any common sense whatsoever knows that is not a Mauser. So they put this one out there, and then they're hoping we fall for it. Then after they realize, a bunch of people like me going, that ain't no old German Mauser. That's a new one. They didn't make them kind of stocks. And bro, what are y'all doing, man? See, so that wasn't no German Mauser. Let's put it that way. That one. And then now that they know, we done figured out that ain't no old German Mauser. Just, you can't even really trust Google at this point. But just look up an old German Mauser. It looks nothing. That's not one. And I think the reason why they did that, because to give the doubt. Oh, well, that one pew pew, it could possibly, maybe break down enough where that guy could put it in that little backpack, even though this. No. Because original Mauser, you ain't breaking it down like that, bro. They tried to do that to explain where's the original Mauser. They're saying he ran and jumped, dumped it in the woods, took it apart, put it back together, dumped it in the woods in 2 minutes. No. And look at the old Mausers, they don't break down like that. So he would have literally had to leave it on the roof. And we're being lied to, which we are being lied to big time about a lot of things. Now, here's the thing. Here's what's really going to piss the right off. This is really going to get. So I'm trying to stay neutral. I'm going to be neutral until I get attacked. And then you're going to force me to choose a side. And I already know who would attack me. But there's so many rabbit holes. And so everybody's like, hey, at this point, I don't trust any of them. You can be a Candace Owen fan. She's smart. She talks good. But just think for a moment. Put all your emotions aside and just try to think with clarity. Is all this stuff she's saying, is she one of them? Is all this stuff she's saying, is it causing more division? It is. I see it. Is she a paid agitator? Is she in on it? She was pretty close to Charlie. We'll all find out in the end. And you will find out if there is a heaven and if there is a hell. We'll all find out. Nobody gets out of this world alive. So there's that. But if I wake up feeling this way, that means other people's feeling this way. They're doing something to us. They're just stirring us up like hornets. And they got the right art. See, the left don't care how it was done, as long as it was done. Okay? But the right, it was the mic. Which, for me, that's what it looked like. Because I don't give a damn. there's a lot of things. And see, they condition you. They'll put something somewhere to where you see it there all the time to eventually you forget it's there. All right? But there's so many rabbit holes, such as the camera in the back. If you watch all his videos, it's there. And then they say, oh, they grabbed it and they pulled the SD card out of it and somebody did. And, well, theory. Just a theory. And read comments if somebody's asking something, babe. Just a theory. Look up on a very expensive 3D projector. Just look it up. Challenge you. Just look one up. And then go to the Kirk thing and look at that camera up in the background. But see, that's if say it probably wasn't 3D. It probably wasn't, but it's there to. Oh, it was 3D. Oh, it was the mic. Oh, there's nobody's. Oh, they come out and say, oh, his neck muscles were so strong that stopped the 30-06. If you think that the human neck can stop that, well, you've never took down a deer or a hog or something on two legs. I have. A lot of times. No way. That dog don't hunt, as us rednecks say. That dog don't hunt.
5 things all preppers need.
5 things all preppers need. Number 1, water. And see, I'll be sarcastic about it, okay? Water, 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 water. All right? Water, number 1. Number 2, freedom seeds. And how many freedom seeds do you need? All of them. Those are going to be worth more than gold. So, because you need that for defense. So, water, freedom seeds, and a way to dispense them freedom seeds. Okay. Number 3, food. That way they can't starve you out. That way you can dig in like an Alabama tick and say, come get some. My dad was a Vietnam vet, 3 tours in Nam. Learn the primitive ways. It's all these guys are looking for, tech shit. They're not looking for a stick that you step on, the big limb comes down and swats you out. So learn the primitive ways also, because that's really, with night vision and all, you're not going to see those primitive traps, man. You're not going to do it. Okay, so let me get back on topic. Water, self-defense, food, tourniquets. How to stop the bleed. Tourniquets. And if you want to avoid, packing a wound, then you need the medical gear. So medical gear. So you got gauze and stuff to pack the wound. Fun fact. Okay, see, how many was that? 4? And antibiotics. You're going to need antibiotics if but if you got on body armor, hopefully, and a ballistic shield, hopefully you won't have to use a tourniquet. You'll have to use it on a dummy because for some people that's not in shape, body armor will just slow them down. Because that stuff's heavy, man. But for guys like me, I can wear it and get around just fine. Well, make sure I'm hydrated. And I hate stroke because of that one time. So, did I cover the 5? Mm-hmm. All right. Now, how to prep right now with little or no money. With little money. Go down and buy you some bleach. Couple reasons. That can sterilize water. You can use the bleach for a lot of good things. But when that bleach jug is empty, plastic absorbs. That's a good way to store water to keep from it going bad. Now, would I drink it? Only if I had to. But it's still, you're going to need water more than just to drink. If you don't wipe off and clean off, you're going to get some kind of skin infection. You're going to get sick. You got to stay clean. So then again, when you buy laundry soap, buy the liquid kind. When it's empty, or just go to a laundromat and pull them out of the garbage. Watch out for needles. Those are great for storing bath water. There's already a little bit of soap residue in there, and you can wash off. You can wash your dishes like that. And then you can use what you want. You need stuff like this for your drinking water. This is literally made for drinking water. And you're not, how much water do you need? All of it. Because I got a sneaky suspicion they're going to pin us down. And then we're going to have to work up courage and go after them. So, if you're on the right, and you think you're going to win this war, then you must stop arguing amongst each other and get along. Respect each other's opinions. Because, it does matter really how that happened to Charlie. But I'm old redneck. Coon hunter. Kind of coons, right? You chase that coon down. Oh, got a question.
Really good question. What about human waste? What do you do about that?
That is what's going to get most people, by the way. That is a great question. That's a great question. Because what's going to happen is people are not going to dispose of it properly, and it's going to contaminate every lake, every stream, every river. It's going to contaminate everything. So the best way to get rid of human waste is dig a hole, just like the old days, and have an outhouse away from your water source. Because if it's even near your water source, it'll leach into it, and it will take you out. I believe bad water is going to take out more people than anything. And you need to understand something. Oh, well, I'll boil my water. That's great. Really. But notice, when you boil that water, it's still not going to take chemicals out of it. Now, if you make a distillery, well, then you can take most of the chemicals out. But distill that water, just search it up. They're easy to make. You can make one on the fly. They're easy to make if you know what you're doing. So, I recommend making a distillery and just distill all your water to drink. And you need some vitamins and stuff like that. You need vitamins, and because you're living off your preps until you get your garden going. Which good luck with that, by the way.
No, your wild edibles.
Right. Little Miss Pepper knew where I was going with that.
Know your wild edibles.
Know your wild edibles. Man, there is so much food out there that people think, sir, what about iodine? Works great. Iodine works great.
Some people are allergic to iodine.
Yeah, some people are allergic to it. Sorry for their luck.
With the wild edibles, you can also get your vitamins through those.
Yeah, with the wild edibles, they have no pesticides, no weird Bill Gates GMO crap. None of that. You just pick it, cook it. You don't even gotta cook most of it, but you can. Taste better. And eat it. And you'll get all the nutrition and everything you need, and you don't have to run it down. You don't have to beat it in the head. You don't have to run the snares, which I'm going to run snare lines and bush hooks and all that when I need to. But if you get pent, say, all right, when one of the nuclear power plants go down and poof, and contaminates the air, the water, the wild edibles, your garden, what are you going to eat? That's where having food put back comes in. Now, here's where I'm the real deal, and 90% of these prepper channels do not know what they're talking about. And if you listen to them, they're going to get you unalived, okay? Short term, canned goods are great. Short term. But when the grid goes down and you can't keep them canned goods at a proper temperature and they get hot, and I've had some of my cans explode on me in my containers and ruin everything. So get the canned goods for right off the rip so you don't got to hydrate it. The water's already in it. Right off the rip, get the canned goods. But see, I've learned all this through experience, okay? But really, because eventually, a dent can, if you took food safety course like I have, just a dent can, a little, man, if botulism gets in that can, you're done. It's over. So, right off the rip, I would get some canned goods. But then I got what's that? Nutrient Survival. Great stuff. Now, when Nutrient Survival asked me, because they know I'm the real deal, and they said, "Hey, All American Prepper, what do you want us to send you?" They even gave me this hat, by the way. What do you want us to send you? And I thought about it, and I was like, well, right now there's an attack on our food supply. If you don't see it, well, sorry for your luck. So I said, and that milk is a meal replacement. If you don't know, now you do. I just told you. You can drink milk as a meal. So I said, look here. They're coming after our beef. There is a lot of this down here in Florida, where we used to have a lot of cow pastures. Now there's solar farms. You know why they're doing all these solar farms? 2 reasons. 1, we got nowhere to raise our cows. 2, AI is going to take up so much electricity. How in the hell they call that going green? I don't get it. Because, when them solar panels get old and leak, you're going to contaminate that land. You're never going to be able to grow nothing on it. But the reason why they're stepping it up, because they know they're going to need a lot of electricity to run AI. A lot of people's missing that. Oh, let's go green. Right? Let's go green, but let's go drop all these big booms in another country. That's going to help the environment. They're so crazy. They're like, oh, we need to make our tanks run on electric so they're good for the environment. Are you kidding me? So our tanks are going to run around on electric. I don't see no portable charge stations on the battlefield. Not only that, we're dropping boom, but you're worried about the emissions from the tank? This is beyond madness, man, at this point. I mean, it's beyond crazy. It's beyond sane. It is literally demonic. Evil, call it what you want. Call it what you want. I've been in the sandbox. I've looked a devil right in his face. If there's a devil, there must be a God. But hey, that's on you. So there's that. But for God's sakes, if you're a church-going person, be ready, because they're coming. It's going to be a coordinated attack. When? I don't know. But it's going to happen. And if you look back, because I've been watching my old videos, like 3 years ago. Because I had someone point out to me, they were watching my old videos. They didn't realize it was old video. Because my MAG team is a requirement. When you join a MAG team, instead of me having to teach, watch the videos. Then I'll teach anything I missed in the videos. If you take my classes, I teach. Okay? See, I got 500 million things going on in my head all at one time because this shit is getting real so quick. It's out of control, by the way. And we're being played by both sides. There's professional paid agitators on both sides. So be careful who you follow. Okay? You know, be careful who you follow. Hey, Queen, Conspiracy Queen. Baby, I can't pronounce these names, that heat stroke. So
Yeah, Conspiracy Queen.
What's the one before that?
Pudding Cat.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're here and all. I'm hoping that you're paying attention. Stockpile water right off the rip. Me, looks like I need a damn stockpile, some rubber bands. I'm not cutting that off. But anyway, so water. Some canned goods, then freeze-dried food. Because you don't want to catch botulism from a can that's gone bad. You're done. If you get that, you know, without proper, you're done. You have to have some serious medical attention to survive that. And a grid down situation, people ain't gonna have time for that. You're done. So freeze-dried foods, a way to purify water. Now I have many different ways to purify water. And I guess, you know, maybe I'll make a video to show how to build a distillery on the rip. It's really easy. I can make them out of water bottles. I can make them out of almost anything. A distillery. All you got to do, I can make it where there's no smoke or nothing. You just use the sun with plastic bottles. There's a way of doing that. I guess I'm going to have to show you how to do that. Or have you something that you can store and make a fire. Catch the steam. As the steam drips off into your container, that's your safe to drink distilled water with no chemical, hopefully no chemicals and stuff in it. Hopefully that distilling it got it all out and all the bad stuff. So that would be the safest water to drink is this distilled water. At this point, I don't even trust any county water, city water, or any of that. And for all you people that keep moving to Florida, well, you can only put so many straws in a glass. We are getting encroached by salt water. So there's that. And you ain't going to last long drinking salt water. So get your ass ready. Because it's about to pop off, man. They're trying to drive us nuts. Stop, if you're on the right, stop arguing about every little thing. Get along. Or you're not going to make it. On the left, I ain't even got to tell y'all stick together. They do. Them people on the left, they stick together. No matter how insane something that comes out of somebody's mouth sounds, they're going to go, yeah. Because, you know, I think they're kind of crazy, but I'm kind of crazy, so that's pot calling the kettle black, right? I got post-traumatic stress disorder, and there's a reason why. You know, I don't have no guns, but that don't mean I don't know how to use one. And, you know, for all you dummies out there that want to pass these laws, these pew-pew laws, see, YouTube, these pew-pew laws, I'm going to Rumble, by the way. I'm getting tired of this shit. I'm on Rumble, too. I should have it running right now, but I'm staying on YouTube. But I also am starting off on Rumble. That way I can say whatever I want to say without being freaking, you know, because Google owns YouTube. Do your research. You'll know where Google stands. Get rid of your Netflix. I done called it. I mean, I see my grandkid watching and get rid of that. I ain't going there. If you're a... how can I say it? Figure it out. Get rid of YouTube. I mean, get rid of TikTok. God dang it. See, I got 5 million things going. Oh, get rid of Netflix. It's not worth it.
Conspiracy Queen says, feels like there's a block on most so they cannot see these things as they come down.
You know what? That's exactly what Little Miss Prepper. I've been saying the same thing. I've been saying the same thing. You're right. You're right about that.
She said something else.
She's right. I don't know what they're doing. If it's mass hypnosis.
That goes into her next thing.
Okay.
Tiva Stock Institute began that thought experiment social programming.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. You're on to something. You're right. But listen, when you're right, better keep your head on a swivel. They don't like that. That's why they shut my. They turned my channel off because I lost my temper. So and I'm got some little pissant YouTubers that don't know what they're talking about attacking my channel. And they're stalking me, by the way. Anybody that subscribes to me, this one dude, he'll get on there like a little, I can say that word, like a little bitch.
Yes, we can say that.
KP Heathen, you're a little bitch. Stalking me like that. That right there, so you not know, bitch. Oh, yeah, I saw all them pew-pews in that video. Thank you for buying those for me. Thank you. I know where you live. Anyway, there's that. So anybody can have it, but do you know how to use it efficiently? Do you know how to fix it when it goes down? I do. Have you ever been under pressure? How many body piercings have you got that you did not consent to, if you understand what I'm saying? I've had plenty. I still got them inside the bones in my legs. So I know how this works. And that dude, if Kurt got hit with 30-06 right here, that would have, there's no way. See, but they're doing that to get everybody on the right to argue. That's what they're doing that. Because on the left, they don't give a damn how it happened. They're just glad it happened. Okay? But on the right, we can't get along. We got to stop this. That's what they're doing on purpose, by the way. They're getting us arguing. Back to what I was going to say. I talk in circles. I'm a coon hunter. Okay? Coons are smart. So what a coon will do when you're hunting him with dogs, he'll make a false trail. He'll make a bunch of false trails and then cut out. That way when the dogs get to where he made them, the dogs don't know which way to go. That's what they're doing to us. That's what they're doing to the right. They're making all these, oh, it was the mic. Oh, it was from this side. Oh, it was from that side. Oh, it was from this angle. Oh, just massive confusion, okay? So here's where the people on the right kind of need to sort of take a lesson from the left. It really, it does matter, but don't argue. It really don't matter in the long run how it happened. What matters is that it happened. Okay? That's what matters. So all these conspiracy theories, because I was on to it for a minute and all, but there's so many rabbit holes and they're put there by design. And you gonna tell me that is the most contaminated crime scene right off the rip I ever seen? And where's the blood? I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm not saying that. I just got questions. I got questions. Why the feds going to show the wrong one? That wasn't no Mauser that took. And if you dig deep into that, see, that's another thing. There's a reason why they use that German-made Mauser. It goes deep. That's another rabbit hole. Don't fall for it. But that's what it did. That ain't. Oh, then they come across, and when they figured out, when people are like, "Oh hell no, that ain't no German Mauser. You can't break one down like that. That's a new one. That's a damn Remington or something." And then after they put all that confusion and had us all arguing, then they go, "Oh no, we just use this as an example of the one he used." What? Like, they take pictures of crime scenes, right? You know, if they find a pew laying on the ground like that, they're going to take pictures. So if they took pictures of it, if they were doing their job, they get, if it's even real. Where are the pictures of the real Mauser? I'm sure now they'll come up with it. Now that people's going, that ain't no Mauser. I've used Mausers. Kind of like them, really. I mean, they get a job done, but you're not breaking that thing down like that and putting it in a backpack. It's literally impossible. Unless you got a hacksaw. And you're going to do all that and you're going to hacksaw that thing in pieces? They didn't say nothing about it being hacksawed to pieces and throw it on the ground. I hadn't heard nothing about that. That would be the only way he could have run off of her. It's all distractions, man. The dude that said, I did, the old guy that said, I did it. That old guy. Well, all right, that was a distraction. The dude running across the roof was a distraction. There were so many distractions. And then how convenient. You know that same guy that said, I did it, was at 9/11? Research that guy, please do. I can't. I want you to research him, and when you find out all the places he's been and things have happened, you go, paid professional agitator. And he knows what's going on. And then when they grab him, then they search his phone and they happen to find, bad images on there. So they incarcerate him. What a reason why? Well, that's a good way to keep from his ass getting questioned, ain't it? Think about it. We're being played. And honestly, I feel we're being played on both sides. I don't want the Civil War, but it's going to happen. They're going to make it happen. Who's they and them? The Soroses, the Gags, and the ones we don't even know about. We don't even know. So get your asses ready. Shit's about to get real. It's already gotten real. We're past the POR. This country is so divided, unless there's another 9/11, which don't even get me started on that. 9/11. Patriot Act, which is the most unpatriotic thing I ever seen. If you would take time to read stuff instead of just listening to people, you'll learn shit, man. Again, 9/11, the guy that said, I did it. I'm the one that took him out. The old man, he was at 9/11 too. That's weird. Coincidence? I think not. And there's more. I can't spoon feed it all. There's too much going on. I got to get ready and go to church. Not because I'm a holier than thou. I'm probably going to burn in hell, but I'm still going to defend the innocent people. Regardless of what side you're on. Regardless. If I see a bunch of, look, I'm going to defend the innocent, period. Right, left, up, down, in between, I don't give a shit. If you're an innocent person, I will defend you. I will defend you. Because there's a lot of people on the left, they don't want this shit. There's a lot of people on the right, they don't want this. They're forced, it's like, when I was growing up, I was raised by a bunch of mean-ass rednecks. They fought dogs and shit, which is, as I got older, they paid for that. Because I put some hands on, you're going to know what these dogs felt. But they're rubbing our heads together, trying to make us fight and bite each other. That's what's going on here. You need to understand that. So, this is the Morning Crisis Report. Get water, get food, freeze-dried food, get freedom seeds, a way to use them. Or be tactical like me and do a battlefield pickup. Okay? And for all you little puny channels out there that's misleading people and stalking me, am I so important to you? Yeah, you got to, I'm living in your head rent-free, you fools. And, and my channel, Shadow Banning, is still growing. Barely. They won't. They got me stuck at a number. I should have over 100,000 subs by now. But only got 22,600. It should be 100,000. Please subscribe. Help me fight this freaking shadow ban. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Let's bust through this. Let's defeat the algorithm. So this information gets out there. And just know, whether you're on the right or you're on the left, if someone's getting you all riled up to where, I mean, like, I want to get you a little bit riled up to where you're just ready. You're ready. I just want you to be ready. I don't want you to go out and hurt nobody. I just want you to be ready. That way, if somebody comes to you and tries to hurt you, well, surprise, I got one too.
Conspiracy Queen.
All right.
Conspiracy Queen says, it's been my opinion for some time that the same GovFed based trolls simply switch roles. They follow every script put out into the platforms. I know, you like her, don't you?
I like you. You got a brain. Hey, Goat. What's up, my man? Conspiracy Queen? You're on it? Yeah, I don't know if you got a channel. I'm going to check you out after I get done. But if she's got a channel, subscribe to her. She knows what she's talking about. And, you know, I can get away with a little more when it's written in the comments than me verbally saying it because I'm so shadow banned. I mean, it's really aggravating. They demonetized me. They did everything, but they're not stopping me. You know what it's going to take to stop me? One right here. And I ain't afraid. You know, if you lived a life I've lived, everything hurts. Everything. So, I know when I get one right here, I ain't gonna feel nothing and it's over, and I'm not afraid. So come get some. And you KP heathen, stop being like a little woman stalking me and getting on the channel. What the hell's wrong with you? You need to take some testosterone, bro. Or you can take testosterone like Shad. You know, you can get overloaded with testosterone. And you're, I almost said it. Read between the lines there, buddy. Yeah, I'm being mean. Because I'm fed up and tired. And I'm nervous. That's not good when I'm nervous. And I really don't even feel like going to church. But I got to go to protect the people. Ain't that ironic? You know, did you see Rambo? I think it was the one before the last, where he's going down the river, you know? You see that? I'm the devil doing God's work. That's what I feel like, because I'm just pit bull, rabies, mean dog, crazy tough. But I'm going to defend the innocent people, no matter what it costs me. I'm going to defend the innocent. So stop following these paid agitators, man. They're just going to get you swacked. On the right and the left. Stop. Put the brakes on this shit. Or it's, you know, you think you want a civil war until you see your children. No, you don't want it, so I don't want it. But, you know, there's a lot of things in my life that I don't want that I have to deal with. And this is going to be one of them. I don't want it, but it's going to happen. So, all right. I guess I've, you know, warned you enough. Protect your churches, protect your home, reinforce everything. Get ready. Cause, as a character that I really like, here we go. See, all American Prepper, stay ready, stay dangerous, stay frosty. Keep your head on a swivel. Please subscribe. Help me fight this damn algorithm shadow ban crap. But I gotta get ready. I gotta go to church and defend the people. So, all American Prepper, stay ready. Have a blessed day.